Good evening, members. Welcome to the 163rd AGM of the Maryborough Highland Society. The AGM this year is very different to what we are used to. Normally it is a night that members look forward to all year. Hopefully we are back to normal next year. I now declare the 163rd Annual General Meeting of the Maryborough Highland Society open. Given the structure of the meeting, we don't have any apologies. Could I please have a member move that the minutes from the 162nd Annual General Meeting held on the 11th of October 2019 be accepted as read? Lockie Robinson, and second by Peter Egan. Thank you. I'd like to start by thanking all of our members and volunteers for your continued support throughout the year. As I have said in my report, the year started off great with another fantastic gathering. However, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit in March, nobody could imagine how things would change and affect people all around the world in such a large scale. We are slowly getting back to normal and a bit more freedom. Looking at the situation in other parts of the world, it makes you feel lucky to be in Australia. We were shut down fully for about 7 months, and in that time our managers, Malcolm and Sean, did an amazing job keeping the Highland going. Even though the doors were shut, behind the scenes there was a lot going on, so thank you Malcolm and Sean. We have a very well balanced board of management, and I would like to thank you all very much for your commitment over the past 12 months. It is greatly appreciated. Unfortunately, the Australian Pipe Band Championships have been cancelled, and for only the second time in our history, so has a Highland gathering. It will be very strange in Maryborough on New Year's Day. After a big night, I think there might be a few sleeping in with some sore heads. Coming up to Christmas, the restrictions are slowly lifting, and we will be holding our New Year's Eve function, not sure of numbers as yet. As for happy hour Friday nights, hopefully they will begin in early January. Thank you all once again for your continued support and hope to see you all very soon. I would now like to introduce our Treasurer, Anthony Anderson, to give the Treasurer's report.
Thank you, President Andrew. And greetings, members and guests. I'm pleased to present the members my second Treasurer's report for the Maryborough Highland Society, which covers the period from the 1st of July 2019 to the 30th of June 2020. Our goals remain much the same, and that was seeing our sports bar go from strength to strength as another valuable revenue stream, maintaining our gaming revenue, ensuring our bistro continued in profit. Just to note that these goals were adopted pre-COVID-19. After COVID-19 came in, of course, everything went out the window. The society basically went into survival mode, and some of the measures that were taken are listed below. A hold was put on all leases and loans. Our ATO payments were put on hold. We have 2-year interest-free period to pay them back. Majority of staff were put on JobKeeper allowance as soon as this became available. However, a new bank loan was required to cover the lag between the wages being paid and the reimbursement from the ATO. As much stock as possible was returned to the suppliers for refunds, including all our untapped beer. Some positives out of this year's financial figures, which are attached and I believe will be emailed out to all members, and there will also be hard copy available from the office should anyone want it. So some positives. Despite being basically closed for 3 months, bar sales were still up overall compared to last year, which is a pretty phenomenal effort. JobKeeper provided around $390,000 in wages to the end of June, enabling us to keep paying our staff and, more importantly, enabling us to keep our staff. Opening the bistro for takeaway and delivery provided a welcome cash flow of around $10,000 a week. This was extremely important just to have some money going back into the bank. Overall, the Society recorded a loss of $390,617 for the year, but when the depreciation figure of $682,754 is backed out, the Society actually had an operating profit of $292,137. So we are definitely a lot better placed than a lot of other places. I would like to thank all of the board members for their ongoing support throughout the year. I have relied heavily on the financial skills of our General Manager Malcolm Blanthorne and Operations Manager Sean Dewhurst, and I thank them all for their decisive action during this crisis. I would also like to pass on a huge thank you to all our wonderful staff who have stayed loyal to the Society during what I know has been a very uncertain and worrying time. Finally, I would like to thank all our dedicated and passionate members who have stuck by the club during this period. Thank you all.
Thank you, Tony. The board of the Maryborough Highland Society had 3 vacancies this year, 2 3-year terms and a 2-year term. Andrew Ray and Lynell Tricky's terms had expired. We also had to fill a position from last year. There were 4 nominations for the 3 vacancies on the board. The following were elected. Andrew Ray, returning member, 3 years. Alan Mugridge, new member, 3 years. James Dewar, new member, 2 years. The new board for 2020-2021 year is as follows. President Andrew Ray, Vice President Bruce Kay, Treasurer Anthony Anderson, Deputy Vice President Lachlan Robinson, board members Peter Egan, Alan Mugridge and James Dewar. As no business of a formal nature has been notified, there shall be no general business. Please have a member move that all reports for the 163rd Annual General Meeting be accepted. Bruce Kay, and second, Alan Mugridge. Thank you. I now declare the 163rd Annual General Meeting of the Maryborough Highland Society closed. Thank you.